Thank you for joining me here this afternoon. We are live now with a brand new tornado warning that just came out, and it's actually a confirmed tornado for Yoder, Wyoming. So if you're in Yoder, Wyoming, you need to seek shelter immediately, and on the lowest floor of a building, away from windows, in an interior room, because again, this is a very dangerous situation, and this is, again, the first confirmed tornado of the day. And this is not good. Again, this is a very strong area of rotation. How did they confirm this? So this is actually a weather spotter's confirmed tornado here. And if we look at the velocities, we can very clearly see where that tornado is. It is by the Red Hill Bill area right now. But again, it's heading towards Veteran, Yoder, Silvertip, Fonda, and all these other areas here over the next several minutes. Okay, so then again, there's your tornado there, and it looks to be relatively strong. Actually, if we go back on the past velocity scans, we can actually see a very impressive velocity couplet there out of this storm here. So again, we have ourselves a tornado on the ground heading for Veteran and Yoder, so if you're in this area, you need to seek shelter immediately. This is for portions of west central Goshen County, so again, you need to seek shelter on the lowest floor of a building, away from windows, and in an interior room. This is a confirmed land spout tornado here, alright? So again, you need to seek shelter immediately. This is not a normal tornado, this is a land spout tornado, but it's a tornado nonetheless. So again, if you know anybody in this area, make sure to give them a call or text. But yeah, we are here live now with this land spout here. Again, that is currently on the ground. Again, I saw a view out of it from Roman, actually. He sent me a chaser that had it as well. I don't know if it was the same one, but I think actually it was probably Vince Welty that had a land spout down here somewhere. So we may even have other land spouts associated with this storm. So again, that's why we're asking everybody inside of this warning polygon to seek shelter immediately, alright, no matter where you're at. Again, this is for portions of west central Goshen County here in southeastern Wyoming. And again, the main area that we're watching, the main land spout, is this one up here, alright? We do not have a very clear correlation coefficient drop. We don't really have too much of a debris signature with this, but it doesn't matter, alright? That's not something that we always see with land spouts, because land spouts are typically weaker than normal tornadoes, and then also, this is also just a really rural area, so that's why we don't really have a debris signature with this. But anyway, we're here. Hello, Gooseman. Again, if you're just not tuning in, we have a tornado on the ground. I forgot to update the stream title, so that's great. Yeah, this is a tornado on the ground, a land spout on the ground in Goshen County, Wyoming. Again, you need to seek shelter immediately if you're in this area. Alrighty. So again, this is a tornado warning now in effect. Just got issued as soon as I was clicking the go live button. I was actually going to go live anyway because of this area of rotation. I was actually clicking the go live button as the warning got issued, though. So I was like, oh great, there's another reason. So that people take me more seriously. But as soon as I saw that picture that Roman sent me, I went ahead and went live there. But yeah, this storm is also producing giant hail up to baseball size, so if you're in this area, again, you have to seek shelter. This is a destructive storm, a PDS, severe thunderstorm warning. Hello, Alan Crow. Again, very dangerous situation right now. If you are in west central Goshen County, Wyoming, again, you have to seek shelter immediately. Again, there's your land spout. Still on the ground, most likely. This is one of the stronger land spouts I've seen in a while. A little yellow area there where it meets the greens, that is not good. So again, this is a land spout on the ground. And again, we may have another land spout or two, actually all the way down into here. So again, that's why we're asking everybody in the warning polygon to seek shelter no matter where you're at. But again, a really strong land spout here is the one that's going to be heading into the Veteran area. It's going to be crossing State Highway 154 over the next several minutes. But again, this is an active tornado on the ground if you're just not tuning in. Again, extremely dangerous situation here if you are in west central Goshen County, Wyoming. And again, the destructive severe thunderstorm warning is for all of, or not all of it, but southern Goshen County, right? So we're watching a lot of the southern half of Goshen County here. Now, the main area of concern is south of Torrington. Torrington is not included in the severe warning or the tornado warning, but areas in between Torrington and LaGrange, you need to be on high alert, and again, you need to be seeking shelter indoors, away from windows, and on the lowest floor of a building in an interior room as this baseball-sized hail, and again, tornado continues, or potentially tornadoes, in terms of landspouts, right? So, again, very dangerous situation here, extremely dangerous situation for people along Highway 154 south of Veteran. It's about as dangerous as it gets if you're not actively trying to seek shelter here. You read the definition of a landspout tornado. Is it just a tornado from a small storm? Well, not exactly, but I mean, that's the general idea. It's usually much weaker than a tornado. There's our reported landspout, or, well, this was not the same one. This was actually a different one. It was on the ground for about 5 minutes. That was about an hour ago, though. And again, Vince Welty actually had one on his stream down here, but... Yep, we have a tornado on the ground, storm predictions. Yeah, here's our landspout here, approaching downtown Veteran. Mainly going to go to the south of Veteran, though, so, again, we're asking everybody Veteran southward to seek shelter here in Goshen County, Wyoming. And again, we've also got other tornadic circulation back here, closer to Yoder and Silver Tip, that you need to be taken seriously and taking shelter in. So, again, there's your very definitive velocity couplet and landspout. It's heading northeastward. Again, very dangerous situation for areas along Highway 154 south of Veteran. Your landspout's probably located right in here at this point. Maybe a little bit further to the east, but you get the gist. Gosh, this is bad. Again, this is a very dangerous situation. So the one on Vince's stream is impressive. That was actually the one down here. So again, our main area of circulation in our landspout that was confirmed by the weather spotter. Again, there's so many areas to keep track of right now, but the weather spotter's confirmed area of circulation seems to be on a downward trend, but you still need to be in your safe spot. If you are along Highway 154 south of Veteran, you need to get to your safe spot immediately. You need to run there. We had our landspout confirmed by Vince's stream. And it looks like that could still be on the ground and active. And then we've got ourselves another area of circulation closer to Yoder and Silver Tip that is also potentially, in fact, I'd say likely, producing a landspout here as it heads eastward, and it's about to cross over Highway 85. I mean, guys, we could have 3 landspouts on the same time. On the same storm here at the same time. So, just, again, an insane situation here. Getting very dangerous circulation here north of Fonda. This point is the main one. So again, if you're in this area, you need to be seeking shelter immediately, as we have multiple landspouts on the ground most likely at the same time. So again, all this area here, you need to be seeking shelter, as well as all the way up through here. If you're on the southwestern side of this line here that I just drew, the polygon, you're good. Areas like Fonda, give it a couple more minutes, but areas like Miles Hill, Red Bill Hill, you guys are good at this point. But again, our main area of circulation that we're watching at this point is the one heading for Silver Tip. And again, it's got to cross over Highway 85 south of Silver Tip here soon. And again, this storm has a history of producing multiple landspouts, and it could still be. So again, expect damage to mobile homes, roofs, and vehicles. If you are in a mobile home, you need to evacuate and find a more substantial shelter. If you're, just in a normal house, you need to get into, an interior room, or if you're in a building or whatever, you need to get into an interior room. And now it's warned for softball-sized hail as well. Extremely destructive. Oh my gosh, it does not get much worse than this, guys. So we now have a softball-sized hailstorm here. This is a destructive storm for Yoder and Highway 85 between mile markers 75 and 90. Softball-sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds, as well as brief landspouts, tornadoes are occurring with these storms. We're going to play the alarm sound on that one, everybody. This is insane. So, we have an incredibly dangerous storm impacting Goshen County, Wyoming, producing softball-sized hail, tornadoes, and damaging winds. Seek shelter now. Oh my gosh. Unbelievable. Insanity. Again, this is confirmed softball-sized hail, too, going right through Yoder. Again, if you know anybody in this area, you gotta give them a call or text. This is an incredibly dangerous storm in all aspects. We're talking about wind-driven hail, tornadoes touching down left, right, and center. Insane. And if you look, brief landspout tornadoes, not just tornado, but tornadoes, have been observed with this storm. So this storm is producing multiple landspout tornadoes here, or at least it has been, and it's going to continue to try to do that, just like with this area of circulation over Highway 85. And then again, our area near Veteran is nothing to laugh at either. Again, crossing Highway 154 south of Veteran right now. Very dangerous situation. Okay, our storm is down to radar indicated. Still, though, extremely dangerous situation here, guys. So, again, a very extreme storm here in southeastern Wyoming. One that the folks out here in this area will remember for quite a while. The emergency alerts have probably been going off left, right, and center with this storm here. So look at this. I don't know if I've ever seen this tag on a severe thunderstorm warning. This thunderstorm is capable of producing all types of severe weather, including extremely large hail, destructive straight-line winds, and tornadoes. Move quickly to a safe shelter, such as an interior room, a basement, or closet, or a bathroom, closet, or basement. I don't know why it says the hail's radar indicated. It's confirmed. Absolutely insane. So again, you have to seek shelter. You have to take as many precautions as you possibly can to try and make it out of this okay. I know it sounds scary, but it's true. We have reports of softball-sized hail out of this storm. Over a large swath, potentially, too. Again, look at that. That's the vertically integrated liquid signature from a few minutes ago, maxed out over a huge swath here. And now it could be even larger. This is whenever it produced tennis ball-sized hail, the exact minute, actually. Or no, close to the exact minute, though. And, again, now it's even larger. So, again, that is a huge hail core, huge, destructive, and potentially life-threatening hail falling over Highway 85 northeast of Yoder. Holy cow, dude. And a massive hail core on the correlation coefficient. So this is the tool that we use to detect whenever a tornado is lofting debris up into the atmosphere. But this is not debris. This is all just hail that this storm is producing. So again, extremely dangerous storm. There's your softball-sized hail report. Actually, it was 4.5 inch, which is in between softball and DVD-sized hail. This is again, a storm of potentially historic proportions right now, impacting southeastern Wyoming. Again, this is producing landspout tornadoes, softball to DVD-sized hail, and damaging winds of 60 miles per hour or higher in some spots, probably up to 70 about, actually. Again, tons of landspout tornadoes with this. Look at that. This is Vince Welty's view. Can't even see. And he's not even close to the worst of it. He's only in the... So this is the area that he's in. Imagine what is happening up here. This is the area he's in, and we were seeing that. So imagine if that's happening down there, what is going on up here? It's got to be extreme. Just to give you a little bit of reference there, for anybody wondering what kind of scale we're talking about here. Again, softball to DVD-sized hail has been reported with this storm. I know that sounds insane, and it is. This is a insane storm here that I was not expecting to see anything like today here in Wyoming. So, again, you have to seek shelter if you're in this area. Again, we got a couple areas of circulation left here with this storm, tornadic circulations. And now the hail core looks even more widespread. So again, Huntley, brace for impact. I am not kidding. There's a massive, giant hailstorm coming your way that also is producing landspout tornadoes and damaging winds. You need to seek shelter immediately. On the lowest floor of a building, interior room, away from windows, whether it's a basement, a closet, bathroom, doesn't matter. You just got to go. Again, our main area of tornadic circulation at this point is going to be located right in here. We've also got a secondary area down here. I wasn't sure if that was contamination in the last scan or not, so I didn't mention it, but that's definitely something there. We got, again, potentially 2 landspouts out here in the Huntley area. Again, extremely dangerous storm, capable of producing all severe hazards in extreme forms. And you know what? The SPC had a bullseye on this. They had the hatched wind and hatched hail outlook almost in this exact same spot where this is happening. And even the tornado threat. So they had a bullseye. There's another report of softball-sized hail south of Yoder. So this is still producing softball-sized hail to DVD-sized hail. Yeah, DVD. Again, we got a report of a 4.5-inch hailstone, which would be a softball to DVD-sized hail. Again, look at that. Again, if you guys are out here, you have to go. You have to seek shelter. And this is an incredibly dangerous storm here that's going to produce significant damage in the form of giant hail and tornado damage. Again, landspout tornado damage potentially to some spots. Now, luckily, this is a pretty rural area, but still, hopefully we don't have any landspouts go over homes, but there have been so many at this point that that's kind of unlikely. That we've not had any go over homes, unfortunately. So again, right now you guys are witnessing a massive storm rolling through southeast Wyoming, producing huge hail, tornadoes, and damaging winds in the Yoder area. Just ripped through Yoder. Now it's pointing its eyes on Huntley, Lyman, after it crosses the state line here. It'll go towards Lyman, Henry. Little random Texan guy. I mean, again, this is just an insane storm here. Oh my gosh. That is... If you are in Huntley, you have to get to your safe spot immediately. Again, this is the most dangerous storm we have seen in this area in a long time. We're talking about a hail swath of 1 inch or larger, potentially over a 15-mile span. And again, this storm is also producing landspout tornadoes off and on, and damaging wind gusts. Again, multiple landspouts have been confirmed. Again, Vince isn't even in the worst of it, and that's what he's seeing. He's barely even in the pink, so can you imagine what is actually in the pink and the blues even? I mean, huge hail. We're measuring DBZ values, a huge swath of DBZ values. I almost said DVD values because, again, we could be talking up to DVD-sized hail here of 72, and the 70 DBZ swath is, you know, a good 7 miles wide, so we're talking about a 7-mile area legitimately where we could be talking about softball-sized hail. Again, multiple reports have come out of softball to DVD-sized hail, and this storm is continuing to head northeastward here. Again, this just happened so quickly, too. Even the wind threat now is confirmed with a 59-mile-per-hour gust recorded out of a anemometer through a car roof. Give me just a second here, guys. Sorry. What's up, Mr. Storm? Again, if you're just not tuning in, we are watching a very dangerous storm producing softball to DVD-sized hail, as well as landspout tornadoes rip through southeast Wyoming here, and now entering the panhandle of Nebraska near Scottsbluff. Alright, the tornado warning has been allowed to expire, as a lot of our areas of circulation have kind of bit the dust here. Again, we still have a couple, so be aware. Landspout tornadoes could still be remaining out here, and again, you should be seeking shelter anyway, because we have softball-sized hail with this storm, and also 60-mile-per-hour damaging wind gusts, and both those are confirmed. Again, this is a destructive thunderstorm here. This is a PDS severe thunderstorm warning. We'll see what the National Weather Service in Cheyenne here thinks for the next warning. Surely they'll issue it soon, as this storm is kind of leaving the warning polygon here. But yeah. The National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Ainsworth, Nebraska, for the storm that Connor Croft is chasing. That is producing ping-pong ball-sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. So if you're in this area, make sure that you are moving indoors and away from windows immediately. Along the Highway 20 corridor there. Yeah, so I mean the hail, the 4.5-inch hail would technically be grapefruit size. And now we have a new destructive severe thunderstorm warning. Oh my gosh. We have a new destructive severe thunderstorm warning here for softball-sized hail. So, again, a deadly hailstorm is ripping through the Nebraska Panhandle now, heading towards Morrill and Mitchell. Seek shelter immediately. On the lowest floor of a building, in an interior room, and away from windows. Again, this storm is also producing landspout tornadoes pretty frequently here. I wish they still had the tornado possible tag on this storm, because there very well could be a landspout out here. Look at this, they use the tag again. These thunderstorms are capable of producing all types of severe weather, including extremely large hail, destructive straight-line winds, and tornadoes. Move quickly to a safe shelter, such as an interior room, a bathroom, closet, or basement. They fixed up the wording there from last time where they were like, a bathroom, or closet, or basement. No, but seriously though, again, this is a very dangerous storm. About to cross the Wyoming-Nebraska state line here. Maybe you're just not tuning in. You got the emergency alert. Oh my gosh. Another 4.5-inch hail report just came out of Yoder. Unbelievable stuff. So again, up to grapefruit-sized hail is falling with this extreme storm of just insane proportions here, approaching Mitchell and Morrill, Nebraska. Again, crossing the Wyoming-Nebraska state line here. Very dangerous situation. Oh my gosh. Again, if you know anybody in this area, guys, you gotta give them a call or text. Speechless. New severe thunderstorm warning in southwestern Colorado there. Look out for that one. Make sure you're moving indoors. Quarter-sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. We still have a severe warning in north-central Arizona here. And we still even have some warnings out here in New England. We have a severe thunderstorm warning for parts of southeast Maine. We also have a severe thunderstorm warning for parts of Michigan. This is for southeastern Ingham County, the same area that got hit by a devastating PDS tornado last year. Golf ball-sized hail and 70-mile-per-hour winds, or was it ping pong? I think it was ping pong. Yeah. So again, if you're in that area, make sure that you're moving indoors. We did have another tornado warning in Michigan in between streams, but it wasn't anything crazy. It's kind of like our other one in Michigan. Neither of the Michigan tornado warnings were that impressive, so I didn't go live for the second one. Glad I went live for this one, though. Again, I was going to go live anyway, but the warning got issued literally as I clicked the go live button. I heard the alarm sound going off, and it was confirmed. That's why whenever I started the stream, I didn't realize it was already confirmed. I knew there were landspouts, but I didn't realize that, because some National Weather Service zones count landspouts as, tornado warnable, and others don't. Yeah, I know Roman had a large landspout on Vince Welty's stream. Sent me a picture of it. I mean, that's what Vince Welty's looking at right now. Can see a break in the clouds ahead, but that's just because he's on the edge of the storm. And again, he's just barely in the storm at all, and he's still getting heavy rainfall. So look at this, and imagine what's happening near Hartman, Janice, about to roll through Stegel. Again, you have to seek shelter immediately. Hail is going to be loud. I'm talking loud, loud, loud. And it's going to be destructive, so If you're ahead of this thing and you have time and you can do so safely, make sure to bring your cars inside because these are going to absolutely smash car windshields and stuff like that. I can almost guarantee that it's going to dent cars, shatter windows on homes probably even. But if you're, you know, in Janice or Hartman or Stegel, obviously you don't really have time. So just get to shelter now. This warning does technically include Torrington, so if you're in Torrington, maybe you got the emergency alert. For you, Torrington, you're going to be mostly fine. It's just going to be a big thunderstorm rolling through there. Some heavy rain and lightning. Maybe a little bit of hail and wind, but nothing crazy. Again, the real focus is down here where we have our, again, grapefruit-sized hail falling. Multiple reports of grapefruit-sized hail came out of Goshen County in Wyoming. And now it looks even more impressive. Oh my goodness. Cannot believe this. $74 DBZs. Jeez Louise, dude. Oh my goodness. Again, if you're just not tuning in, we have a devastating hailstorm rolling through the Nebraska Panhandle through Hartman right now. We are talking about hail of grapefruit size or larger with this storm. Again, I cannot believe it. Again, if you're just not tuning in, massive, devastating hailstorm, potentially catastrophic hailstorm rolling through the Nebraska Panhandle right now. Again, there have been multiple reports of grapefruit-sized hail with this, and, I mean, it only looks like things are getting worse here, unfortunately. So we may actually see them upgrade this from softball to grapefruit, or maybe even DVD-sized hail here, as this is one of the biggest hailstorms I've seen on radar in almost ever. Look at the correlation coefficient. That is that is hail. That is not debris. That is hail. And now we have a tornado warning. All right, tornado warning for Mitchell and Morrill. Seek shelter now. Again, we have another tornado warning. Oh my goodness, what in the world? Oh my gosh. That's contamination, obviously, but that was scary there for a second. The problem is there's just so much hail contamination with this. It's impossible to see what it actually looks like. It's so contaminated, dude. Oh my goodness. Again, your rotation is somewhere in here, but we honestly have no idea how bad it is because of the hail contamination. This is a very dangerous situation here. Again, I don't think we're going to be able to end stream anytime soon, guys. We've been live already for over half an hour. And there's your actual rotation. I'll tell you what, that is still super impressive. Holy cow, dude. Oh my gosh. Again, if you're in this area, you have to run to your safe spot. If you're in Mitchell, Morrill, Joyce, Pelton, Doyle, Reedus, Jane, Mental, areas along Highway 26 in between Scottsbluff and Torrington, you gotta go. You gotta go now. Again, this is for northwestern Scottsbluff and south central Sioux counties in the Nebraska Panhandle. This is the worst storm we've seen in this area in a long time. A long time. This does just barely clip the north side of Scottsbluff. But Scottsbluff really isn't the concern at this point. We're talking about areas to the north and the west of Scottsbluff. Again, if this does produce a tornado, this will be a very strong tornado. Again, look at that. I know that's a lot of hail contamination there, but again, this is ridiculous how strong this rotation is. Again, I know we keep getting new severe warnings, but we are only focused on our our tornado warning right now. Again, this is your area of rotation, heading for Mitchell. Again, very dangerous situation if you are in Mitchell. It's an extremely dangerous situation, I would say. Again, that is hail that you're seeing there in the correlation coefficient. Luckily, that's not debris, but still, dude, that is insanity. I mean, it might as well be debris, because, it's going to be falling out of the sky at over, 100 miles an hour. And the one way people get hurt in tornadoes is by debris falling, so you might as well treat this, again, like this is a strong tornado, because this hail is insane. Okay, on the newest scan, it is completely gone, though. Yeah, so according to the National Weather Service, actually the National Severe Storms Laboratory, softball-sized hail or greater can fall at over 100 miles per hour. Oh my gosh. The hail's backing off, but that is an insane velocity couplet there. Again, there's a lot of contamination in there, but still. This is really bad for Mitchell. Again, if you're in Mitchell, Nebraska, you need to be running to your safe place. This is coming in, especially on like the northwest side of town, right? It's going to cross over Highway 26, then it's going to cross to over Highway 29. It's going to go near the Enterprise Canal and the Tri-State Canal. If you guys are familiar with that area, they're on the northwest side of Mitchell, but we need all of Mitchell to seek shelter because of this massive hail, and then also the rotation, even if it's only a mile off, that's going to throw this right into Mitchell. So if the radar's even a little off, which it could be because of our distance from the radar site, this is going to be a horrible situation. Again, it's going to be either way. This is extremely dangerous for Mitchell. Oh my gosh. Even if we look at another radar site, though, we can see this is insanely strong. And it's not getting better, it's not. literally speechless. Okay, that's a good sign. Well, no, it's not, actually. That's still pretty terrible. It's not getting better. What's happening is it's trying to hook on to another pocket of velocities here. No debris signature yet, but... Speechless. Again, I am just speechless right now. Still estimating DVZ values up to 71 with this, which isn't anything super insane, but look at how, look at the rotation first of all, and then look at the swath of hail, how large it is. And again, it was way worse earlier, back whenever it was in Wyoming. Specifically around here, actually, whenever it was in Nebraska, this is probably the worst radar scan of it. That or this one, and then it died pretty quickly, luckily, but it's still there. I don't want to say it died. We could still easily be seeing up to softball-sized hail with this. Again, previously it was grapefruit-sized that we were estimating, but now probably up to softball. Which sounds like a significant drop-off, but it's really only a half-inch difference, so... And this is a really strong storm here. One of the more dangerous supercells we've seen in a long time here on stream. Well, I say a long time, but really it was like a month ago. Still though. Again, the problem with this is that it's an all hazards confirmed. Like, if we were just saying this on radar, you know, it would be bad, but it wouldn't be this bad. But the fact that we have the grapefruit-sized hail, the fact that we have the confirmed damaging winds, the fact that we have the confirmed land spouts, it all just adds up, and it's a really horrible situation. Now, luckily, it looks like the max we're getting now reported is about ping-pong ball-sized hail. I'd also like to note, though, that power lines have been reported to be down in Morrill. So we're going to see a lot of outages out of this, most likely, unfortunately. We have a special weather statement down in Texas for the remnants of Tropical Depression Alberto, because, yes, it is down to a depression now, not a storm. And, in fact, actually, at this point, it's post-tropical Alberto. Still producing gusty winds up to 40 miles per hour there in parts of Mexico, and also torrential rainfall. We have a new severe thunderstorm warning for downtown Scottsbluff, and oh my goodness. The hail threat gets downgraded and the wind threat gets upgraded. Okay, so again, if you are in Scottsbluff, Nebraska, you need to seek shelter right now. I mean, this is a really dangerous storm that you don't see too often. You know, really, it's kind of a once, like, I don't even know what to say, how to describe this. This is the kind of storm that rolls around in your area every few years, and whenever it does, it is huge. The last time we had a storm more dangerous than this for the Scottsbluff area, honestly, it may have been the tornado last year that prompted the tornado emergency. Now, again, this is going to be nowhere near as dangerous as that, but still, I'm just trying to think. Scottsbluff, this is a really bad situation coming in. Now, luckily, it's looking like most of it's going to go off to the north of Scottsbluff, but Scottsbluff is still going to get a huge hail storm. And again, damaging winds up to 70 miles per hour, which is going to knock out power. It's going to knock over trees, do some structural damage to weaker structures like mobile homes. If you're in a mobile home, you need to evacuate and find a more substantial shelter. This thunderstorm is capable of producing all types of severe weather, including extremely large hail, destructive straight-line winds, and tornadoes. Move quickly to a safe shelter, such as an interior room, a bathroom, closet, or basement. Insane. And we are estimating very high velocities with this thunderstorm here. Over 90 miles per hour, 0.6 degrees into the atmosphere, so obviously that's pretty highly elevated there, especially because of our distance from the radar site, but again, at the surface, they could be up to 70. especially the northwest of Scottsbluff. But again, even in downtown Scottsbluff, we need you to seek shelter, as the destructive severe warning has been issued here. Just saw that report that power is out in Mitchell. Okay, so apparently we've got power out in Mitchell. Thank you. I appreciate all reports that you guys are sending in here. Just make sure that, you know, they are reliable sources that you're getting them from. But I appreciate the reports, obviously. Thank you. Got a pretty big storm over Albany, New York right now. Quarter-sized tail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. That's going to be heading southeast here over the next several minutes. So if you're in the southeast of Albany or in Albany, we need you to get inside. Probably already are, though, because that area doesn't get storms too often, and whenever they do, they freak out quite a lot. Again, velocity estimation is now 96 miles per hour. Again, that's very high up into the atmosphere, but we could still be talking about 70 to 80 mile per hour winds at the surface at this point, honestly. Which is just awful to see. Again, we've been live for over 45 minutes for this one supercell here. Most dangerous storm we've seen in a while, I'll say that much. Gosh, dude. All this out of a slight risk day. Like, are you kidding me? Cannot believe it. Again, for all you folks out there right now in northern Scottsbluff County, this is about as dangerous as it gets in terms of thunderstorms here, unless we had an actual confirmed tornado. Like, obviously, a big-time tornado would be worse than this, but outside, you know, for a non-tornadic, or at least for a storm that's not confirmed to be producing a tornado, this is as bad as it gets, I'd say. Also, got quite a bit of rotation or Hemingford storm. It looks like we may see a tornado warning coming out of that. New severe warning for Ainsworth for lime-sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. That's the storm that Connor Croft is on. So if you're in that area, make sure you're getting indoors and away from windows immediately. Looks like the worst of it right now is about to the southwest of Ainsworth there, but it is heading your way, Ainsworth. Very slowly to the east-northeast. East at about 20 miles per hour there. But again, our main focus is this. Connor's near Johnstown, it says on his stream. Yeah, he is just outside of Johnstown, just off to the east. He's heading south to dive into this hail core here. Looks like. We're tracking him there with the Radar Omega app, which sounds creepy, but it's only available whenever he's live, and he shows his location on his stream anyway, so. Alright, the tornado warning with this has been downgraded to baseball-sized hail. It was softball for quite a while, but yeah. Holy cow! Straight line winds of 90 to 100 miles per hour have been reported. I cannot believe it, guys. I mean, this is just insanity. So again, if you're just now tuning in, We have a possibly a once in a lifetime storm here for quite a few people rolling through northern Scottsbluff County, Nebraska. It has produced grapefruit sized hail, damaging winds of 90 to 100 miles per hour, and many landspout tornadoes. I don't know why this is still only warned for 70. They're gonna upgrade it soon. Surely they will, unless they're just gonna leave it like this because it says 100 in the tornado report. But again, we are talking about 90 to 100 mile per hour wind gusts right now in this area. It's about as dangerous as it gets, guys. I was not kidding. For a non-tornadic storm, or at least not a storm that's confirmed to be producing a tornado, this is as bad as it gets. Does not get worse than this. It's hardly ever that in the entire world we see a storm producing grapefruit-sized hail and 100-mile-per-hour winds at the same time. It's an extremely rare occurrence that I'm not sure how many times in total we've ever seen it in the United States. Probably only a handful of times. Reporting tornado sirens now sounding in Scottsbluff. So yeah, that makes sense. And there we go. 100. It's 100. 100-mile-per-hour winds. Oh my gosh. Okay. We have a destructive storm producing damaging winds up to 100 miles per hour north of Scottsbluff. Again, this is likely the most dangerous situation you will be in your entire life if you're out here. You have to run to your safe spot. You have to throw the mattress over you. You have to evacuate your mobile home. It doesn't get worse than this, guys. Again, this is the most dangerous storm we've covered on stream in a long time. When was the last time we had a storm warned for baseball-sized hail and 100-mile-an-hour winds? Both the wind and hail threats are destructive. Again, guys, this is about as bad as it gets in terms of storms. It does not get worse than this, really. In north central Scottsbluff County, you have to seek shelter now. I am not kidding. This is, again, it's such a dangerous storm. This is a destructive storm for all of central and eastern Scottsbluff County. Hazard, 100-mile-per-hour wind gusts and baseball-sized hail. This is an extremely dangerous situation with tornado-like wind speeds. Mobile homes and high-profile vehicles are especially susceptible to winds of this magnitude and may be overturned. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. This storm has the potential to cause serious injury and significant property damage. We have, again, impact. This is the PDS tag here that they use for PDS tornadoes. Impacts. You're in a life-threatening situation. Flying debris may be deadly to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be destroyed. Expect considerable damage to homes and businesses. Extensive tree damage and power outages are also expected. Again, 97.89 mile per hour gusts. They're estimated northwest of Jane. And guys, this is the deadliest storm we have covered in a long time on this channel. Outside of tornadic storms, we've never covered a storm this bad on this channel. Outside of a storm that's actively producing a strong tornado. Again, I know it sounds dramatic, but I am not kidding. A historic storm is currently impacting northern Scottsbluff County, Nebraska. That is going to cause extensive damage. Devastating effects here. Possibly even catastrophic effects in spots. Again, this is the most dangerous storm you will be in your entire life, most likely. Outside of the Scottsbluff, Nebraska tornado, obviously that was a very famous situation. Outside of that, the last time this area has seen something this dangerous has been a long, long time, folks. Oh my gosh. Again, we have reports of trees down on South Mitchell Road, but I'm sure that's only the beginning of the kind of damage we're going to hear and see out of these areas. People are being seriously affected by this right now, and it's sad. Again, this is such a devastating supercell. Again, it's a deadly storm. It's not getting better. It's not. I don't want to make it. I want to sugarcoat this. I don't want to, say, oh, it'll be over soon. It's not. New tornado warning now. It's for the cell that Connor Croft's on. Oh my gosh. Okay, you need to seek shelter if you are to the south of Ainsworth. Again, this is in northern Nebraska. Sorry. This is also a really dangerous storm here. Sorry, I'm trying to pull myself together here. This is really, really gut-wrenching to see here. Cannot believe it. On radar scope, it says it's an extremely dangerous situation, not PDS and EDS. Yeah, they do that whenever there's a... they have a special warning only for severe thunderstorms where they say that. So... Guys, this is the kind of stuff that we see on, moderate risk days or greater. We do not see this on slight risk days ever. When was the last time we had a 100 mile per hour wind tag on a slight risk day? Again, this area of rotation you're having for it's dangerous too, and now we have another tornado warning. Oh my gosh. Weld County, Colorado. To the east of Fort Collins, you have to seek shelter. Oh my goodness, that's strong. Again, extremely dangerous severe weather outbreak ongoing here across parts of Colorado and Nebraska. We're seeing damaging winds up to 100 miles per hour, hail up to grapefruit size, and landspout tornadoes, and, even probably, actual tornadoes soon. Not landspout. I mean, landspouts are actual tornadoes, but, seriously. And this has actually been going for a while here. My gosh, this is a populated area. I'm gonna just really hope that that's not a debris signature. But man, it could have been. I don't think it was, but... No, that's definitely just, contamination there. Yeah, because if you look, it went all the way back there. Okay. So again, I mean, this is an incredibly dangerous severe weather outbreak right now. One of the more dangerous that we have seen in years in this area. We're seeing 100 mile per hour wind gusts, tornadoes, we're seeing grapefruit sized hail. I cannot believe it. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. That is so scary to see. Again, I'm not trying to freak you guys out, but this is, again, an incredibly dangerous outbreak here. We just got a report of an 80 mile per hour gust there. Broadcast media, so it may have been estimated or something, but jeez, man. And again, we've had reports of 90 to 100 miles per hour winds here. This is insanity. Oh my gosh. Again, I'm sorry I'm not talking, but I'm actually speechless. And now we have another destructive storm. For Hemingford. Baseball-sized hail and 60 mile per hour winds. You need to seek shelter. On the lowest floor of the building, interior room, away from windows, whatever. You just gotta do it. You gotta go now. I'm sure you guys know where your safe spot is out here after the historic Scottsbluff, Nebraska tornado outbreak. Or tornado, I don't know if it was officially an outbreak, but you guys need to go there. The same, not the same level of situation, but a similar dangerous situation is unfolding. It's insane what we're seeing right now, guys. It really is. All of our storms right now that are tornado warned are extremely dangerous and life-threatening. That is extremely bad to see. I mean, I keep using that word extreme, but it really is. This is, again, nearly as bad. of an outbreak, as you'll see in multiple spots at once here. Just cannot believe it. I genuinely can't. Getting literally speechless. Cannot believe it. I really can't. Oh my gosh. It's even worse. Again, if this is not a big tornado on the ground, a big tornado is imminent. It's imminent. Oh my gosh. Holy cow. Again, I'm sorry I'm not saying anything. It's just because I'm actually speechless. Again, it's rare to see, you know, something like any of these threats by themselves, but whenever you see them all together on the same storm, all the storms having the same threats, that's insane. It is insane what we are seeing right now. Again, this is a deadly outbreak, most likely. Again, no confirmation that this is on the ground yet, but jeez, is that strong. That is the strongest hook you will ever see without actually having a tornado, most likely. Yeah, and I mean, it started off as a grapefruit-sized hail, too, Cyanimates. So it's... Sorry, I did not mean to bring that up. It's insane. I mean, this is, again, we're not going to be done anytime soon, and we've already been live for quite a while. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we've already been live for over an hour, and we're not done anytime soon. No way. No how. Again, if that actually drops a tornado, that is going to be a huge, devastating scenario there, where a lot of people are going to be in serious danger. Okay, luckily the rotation kind of let up there, kind of broadened out, but still, you got to seek shelter. Our tornado warning for the Scottsbluff area has been allowed to expire, but do not forget, there are still 100-mile-per-hour winds and baseball-sized hail occurring with this storm, so, I mean, there might as well be a strong tornado here, you know? So you just got to seek shelter. A lot of the threat actually has increased down south of Scottsbluff. A lot of it north of Scottsbluff has kind of died, but to the south of Scottsbluff now, again, we've got a massive hailstorm. We've got 100-mile-per-hour wind gusts, or up to 100-mile-per-hour wind gusts anyway. We've got, you know, tornado. It's insane. And currently in Scottsbluff County, we have some serious power outage issues as well, it looks like now. Currently we have about 2,400 customers in Scottsbluff County without power. Again, even for the severe thunderstorm warnings, I'm kind of scrolling around here to see where they're at to make sure they're not for one of our devastating storms. Okay, we have about 2,400 customers in Scottsbluff County without power right now, mainly from the Mitchell area. After 100-mile-per-hour winds and baseball-sized hail rip through, and also landspout tornadoes. Alright. Sorry, back into coverage mode here, sorry. Again, if you're just not sitting in, we have a historic severe weather outbreak impacting parts of Nebraska and Colorado where, what is that, what's that? Is that a 90 gust report? I can't, it's so stupid, I can't click on it because the hail report's in the way. Oh my gosh, I don't care. Is there a way that I can... 100 mile an hour. Sorry, I'm messaging Roman. Gonna spot a recorded gust between, broadcast media estimated winds between 90 and 100 miles per hour from Mitchell. One of our communities that's been devastated here. That was only about 30 minutes ago at this point. So. Our Eaton storms let up a little bit, but again, you need to remain in your safe spot there. Again, we're starting to get into the bad radar coverage portion of Nebraska here with our destructive 100-mile-an-hour storm, which is really bad. Again, we've seen 4 deadly storms today. I'd say this one, this one, this one, and this one. I mean, they haven't been deadly, all of them, but they've been really dangerous, and not just because they've had, tornado warnings. By that logic, every tornado warning storm would be dangerous, but they've been super impressive ones. Like this, that is not what every tornado warning storm looks like. It's just not. So, I mean, it's insane what we're seeing here, obviously. And the velocity couplet here is tightened back up again. And if you're in this area, you have to get to your safe spot right now. South of Ainsworth, along State Highway 7 here. So... Alright, so our storm has been downgraded to 80 miles per hour and lime-sized hail, but that is still extremely damaging and, again, even destructive. So if you're in this area here in eastern Scottsbluff County, you need to stay in your safe spot, obviously. So look at this. Train weather spotters. A 71-mile-per-hour gust was observed at the Scottsbluff Airport with this storm, which, by the way, means that we're probably even seeing really dangerous, storm or winds here in Scottsbluff. But this storm also has a history of producing wind gusts in excess of 90 to 100 miles per hour north of Scottsbluff. I know it doesn't mention 100, but I mean, it's right there from Mitchell. So I guess that's a different area, not really just north of Scottsbluff, but still, you know what I mean. So, again, to repeat, flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be heavily damaged. Expect considerable damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles. Extensive tree damage and power outages are likely. I hope that everybody in a mobile home there in Scottsbluff County, in the entire county, got out. I sincerely hope. I don't know. I don't even know what may have happened there if they didn't. So, I mean, hopefully we help some people today. And again, we're not done. I'm just saying, hopefully we help some people in that situation, I guess I should say. Hopefully we're helping people in all these, because again, these are all incredible storms. Mainly at this point, it's the two. This one and our one back over here in Scottsbluff, obviously. And we're still, seeing those extremely dangerous or extremely gut-wrenching damage reports come out of that. 4:40 p.m., broken power poles and broken 3-inch tree limbs. So, I mean, it looks like by the time it got to more central portions of Scottsbluff County, it was, more 70 to 80 mile per hour winds rather than 90 to 100. And really, it was never in central Scottsbluff County. It mainly remained to the north, but we're not really getting any reports out of this area. I think this area was probably about 70 to 80 miles per hour. Mr. Storm, we never had a CC drop. We had a hail core that looked like a CC drop, but we never had a CC drop. We haven't had any confirmed tornadoes yet. Again, it's not confirmed that this storm ever produced a tornado, but man, did it get close if it didn't produce one. Like, seriously. No, we didn't have one. I mean, it depends on which tornado warning you're talking about, but if you're talking about this one, no, we never had one. And if you're talking about the Scottsbluff one, no, we never had one. Again, they had really bad hail with them, which looked like debris, so they never had a confirmed touchdown, though, or a CC drop. Again, we did have some land spouts back here in Wyoming, but yeah. And it's going to be really hard to look at these storms, because this is kind of the bad radar zone of Nebraska here. Really bad radar hole in the Alliance area, Scottsbluff area. Like, we have the Central Nebraska radar, we have the Cheyenne radar, we have the Rapid City radar. But all of those are, like, really far. None of them really reach close enough. So again, we really need to get a radar site out here in, like, Scottsbluff or Alliance. Probably Alliance. Scottsbluff is okay. It has the Cheyenne one, but it's still relatively not great. There's the 71-mile-an-hour gust report that the National Weather Service mentioned in their severe thunderstorm warning there. The update in it anyway, where they downgraded it to 80 miles an hour. Again, this storm still has a tornado warning here to the east of Fort Collins, but yeah, incredible scud fingers on Vince Welty's stream. Gosh, I hope everybody that was out here chasing is okay. Obviously, all of our Radar Omega chasers look like they're doing fine, but... And again, guys, I don't want to make it, sound like it's completely over, but things are getting better. The thing is, they all happened all at once. All these massive storms did, and it's pretty scary. So again, the worst of the hail remained on the Wyoming side of the state line. The worst of the wind remained on the Nebraska side. And by the way, the power outage, the power outages have been upgraded for Scottsbluff County. There's now over 5,000 customers without power. That's about 40% of the entire county. We do have a new severe thunderstorm warning. It's destructive. Bridgeport, Bayard, southwest of Alliance. I don't care where you're at. You need to seek shelter. So again, I mean, these are the kind of outages that are, even worse than whenever we see a strong tornado rips through somewhere, because those winds, whenever you get to a 100 mile per hour winds, I mean, they just destroy everything. Everything that they hit. Whenever you get to the 100 mile an hour mark, it's really a whole nother breed. I'd say 90 miles per hour actually is probably where things really go crazy. Now, obviously, 70 and 80 are dangerous and destructive even at times, but 90 to 100 is where you're really talking about, devastating effects. And, again, potentially catastrophic damage in spots. Or at least considerable damage in spots, I should say. Not really catastrophic, but... Because whenever I hear catastrophic, I think of, the worst, as bad as it gets. And 100 mile an hour winds definitely don't cause that kind of damage, but they're pretty dangerous. By the way, our Fort Collins storm is no longer a tornado warning, but it is severe warning with the tornado possible tag, so look out for that. Quarter-sized hail and 60 mile per hour winds also there for Alt and Eaton. Make sure that you're indoors. Probably already are because of that warning, but no need to take shelter anymore. But again, make sure that you're staying indoors. At this point, the only tornado warning that we have left here is our one out here in eastern Nebraska. Or really more north-central Nebraska. It just feels like eastern Nebraska because we keep talking about so far out in western Nebraska here. But yeah. Alrighty, so here we go, guys. Just gotta keep covering this as it continues. Again, this massive, unexpected... I mean, we were expecting a severe weather outbreak, but not one of historic proportions like this. Again, a slight risk day brings this kind of crap. That does not happen often. Like, really. I mean, even starting out the stream, I was a little concerned whenever we were already getting land spouts, and stuff like that. And then we got to the grapefruit-sized hail, and that's the moment that I realized things were going to be awful. And then I saw in the tornado warning... that not only was it rotating a ton back here near Scottsbluff at one point, but it also said 100 mile an hour winds, and that's whenever my heart sank. This is live from Scottsbluff. We saw a trash can tipped over back there or something. The thing is, the worst of the damage is not going to be here in Scottsbluff. It's going to be the northwest of Scottsbluff, again, in the Mitchell area, where we saw the 100 mile an hour winds. And the severe warning is finally over for Scottsbluff, but you now have a flash flood warning that's observed. So, turn around, don't drown. Again, downtown Scottsbluff got about 70 to 75 mile an hour gust max, I'd say. Most of the town probably only saw like 60. See quite a bit of shrubbery in the road here. Look at that. All that flooding on the road, that massive puddle. Just splashed his car windshield there. Look at all the shrubbery in there, all the tree leaves and branches and stuff that got broken off. But yeah, we now have a flash flood warning that's observed in effect, unfortunately, so you guys are not done. Your storms are done, but your flash flooding is just beginning, I'm sure. Drainages are going to keep overflowing, busting out as these final bits of rain come out of here. It's going to take a while for all this to evaporate. Whenever you have this much rain. Alright. New severe warning in Ohio. Northwest Ohio here. South of Toledo there. Make sure you're indoors. Quarter-sized hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds to the south-southeast of Toledo. Woodville, Lucky, Pemberville, the suburbs of Toledo. They're the far southern ones. The greater southern area, I should say. And that's how it's commonly referred to. But yeah, we gotta watch Vince's stream here, because he's gonna see some pretty bad damage, I imagine. That tree's bent, it looked like. Maybe that's just made, like, the placebo effect, but I thought it looked like it was bent a little bit. Look at all the flooding, dude. That is crazy. Seriously, like, terrible flash flooding ongoing here now, guys. Yeah, Vince is definitely going to look at the damage here. It's in westward. Don't know if the street sign was like that before, but it's been... Also saw something on the sidewalk that was been. I wasn't sure what it was, but... All these people coming out to see the storm. There were like some leaves in that little drain there. Look at that. That is insane. Oh my gosh, that car just split. Oh crap. Vince has got to be careful. Looks like a waterfall just fell down over here. Oh, got a branch here in the road. Some branches in the road. It's not good. Oh, there were definitely some stuff leaning over there. Tree and something else. A lot of shrubbery all over the road, it looks like, is the main thing, though, in Scottsbluff. Again, I think it's going to get a lot worse, though, whenever we look at northwest of Scottsbluff. Look at all the branches down there. Oh my gosh, look at that side of the road. Holy cow, dude. Gosh. Oh my goodness. Looks like whenever Tropical Storm Alberto ripped through. Seriously. Look at that. Insane flooding. Seriously, dude. I would text Roman to look at it, but by the time he gets the text, he's going to be past this. I'll just tell him there was insane flash flooding on Vince's stream. I mean, it's all over these streets here, guys. Oh, okay, he already is watching it. Whoa, stuff over there. Yeah, so much flooding. That looks like the main thing in downtown Scottsbluff. And the worst northwest of Scottsbluff will be the wind damage, but in downtown Scottsbluff, the worst thing is definitely the flooding. Again, it makes sense why that's an observed flash flooding. In fact, people are definitely reporting that. Oh, crap. Here we go again. Sorry, I'm texting Roman and Mr. Storm about that. So our rotation's picking up back there. New severe warning east of Cheyenne for some quarter-sized hail. Again, south of Ainsworth, you need to be in your safe spot here. Again, this has been in effect for a while, but it's finally starting to re-strengthen here. It weakened out for a little bit, and now it's coming back. Healthy rotation there that Connor Croft's on. Fortunately, he doesn't have his stream turned on Raider Omega. I don't know if he knows that or not, or if it's just because he's in a bad cell service zone, but it's not turned on there, it doesn't look like. At least not for me. Again, that's not a debris signature. I know it looks like one. I originally thought it was one too, but it's not. It's just contamination there. But seriously, it looked like one there for a second. Alright. Again, there you go. There's your rotation, and again, potential tornado. And again, if it does produce a tornado, it could be on the stronger side of things briefly. So, that's obviously not great news. Alrighty. And again, guys, I don't want to act like this is over. We are still seeing a destructive storm here. 80 mile per hour damaging wind gusts, destructive wind gusts, I should say, heading for Bridgeport. Again, if you're in Bridgeport, you need to be in that tornado safe spot right now just because of those damaging winds, as well as areas to the north of Bridgeport especially. And if this storm does produce a tornado now, it'll be rain wrapped, so don't go outside and try to look for this thing. Look at that inflow. Huge hook here, but it's not... It's not really a wraparound one. It's going to make this tornado rain wraps, which is not good. We've also got a pocket of very high winds, potentially of 60 to 70 miles per hour here, east of Connor Croft's location. He's driving into that right now. So if you guys are able to see him, I'd recommend checking that footage out. It's probably going to be pretty good here. Oh my gosh. Crap. 111. 111. 112, actually. Oh, no. And guys, I want to reiterate, that's not a debris signature. I know it's scary. It looks like one, but it's not one. And if we do have a tornado, it'll be right in here, but I don't think we're going to see a debris signature, so we might have one. But the reason we won't see a debris signature is because there's, like, nothing for it to pick up out here, really. Our pocket of winds up here intensified pretty starkly as well. So, again, 60 to maybe even 70, maybe nicely gust gets up to 75 miles an hour up there if that continues to strengthen like it has been. Also, this could be some area of rotation back here, or it could just be because of the wind direction, because of the way that the radar's facing. It looks like a rotation, but it may not be. That's what I'm trying to say. Again, if you're just not tuning in, we are witnessing a historic severe weather outbreak across parts of Nebraska and Colorado right now, mainly Nebraska, though, as well as Wyoming even. We got huge hail, grapefruit size, but right now our main focus is this incredibly strong area of rotation south of Ainsworth, Nebraska, 111 mile per hour, 112 mile per hour gust estimate there. Holy cow, dude. Again, if this does or already is producing a tornado, it'll be a strong one most likely, unfortunately. It's a sad truth. Still inflow, still big hook. Gosh, dude. Now it looks even worse. It looks worse on reflectivity anyway. Let's see what the next velocity scan looks like here. Yep, so there's your rotation there still. 82 against 2. Again, this is strengthening a lot. 70 to 80 mile per hour pocket of winds here, I'd say. North of our area of rotation. And again, possible tornado there. Just no debris signature because there may not be anything to pick up out here. But I don't think it's actually producing one. But still. Getting 74 mile an hour gust estimate there, 73.51. Just round it up there, just barely. Really just say 73.5. It doesn't matter. It's a 1 mile an hour gust difference, but still. Yep, we're not done. Again, if you're just not sitting in, we've been live for about an hour and 45 minutes now. Covering severe weather across portions of Nebraska, Wyoming, and Colorado, and we're continuing to here with more destructive storms, producing damaging winds up to 80 miles per hour, more big-time hailstorms with hail up to tennis ball size, and more tornadic storms here with serious rotation and tornado warnings. So, all hazards in place, severe weather outbreak, all hazards really thriving, too. Again, this storm may also be producing, I'd say, 70 or 75 mile an hour winds there in that small pocket, so look out for that. Golf ball, it's only warned for golf ball sized hail and 60 mile an hour winds. That may get upgraded to 70, so the hail threat's already considerable with it, but it may go considerable for wind too, and that is, oh gosh, that is bad. Oh my goodness, dude. Let's see Vince Wiltie's view. Holy cow. Look at that. He's just at O'Reilly right now. I don't think we want to see that. That's not too interesting, is it? Alright, new severe warning for a storm here that is also tornado warning. Lime-sized hail and 60 mile an hour winds. Little worried they didn't continue the tornado possible tag, but maybe that just means they'll reissue this tornado warning. I seriously hope they will. It expires in 2 minutes, and that is dangerous rotation. Some of the more dangerous that we've seen today, I'd say even. So again, there's your rotation, and again, possible tornado. If it is a tornado, it will be strong, heading eastward here, south of Long Pine and Bassett, south of Highway 20. It's going to parallel Highway 20, though. Going to cross Highway 183 in probably half an hour to an hour. New severe thunderstorm warning has been issued now for Gila County, Arizona there, so if you're in that area, look out for that. National Weather Service in Phoenix has issued a severe thunderstorm warning again. Yes, Arizona. Southeastern Arizona, even. An area that gets severe weather even less. I mean, this is literally the desert out here. And the mountains. Special weather statement for an hour and a half. Are you freaking kidding me? They do that quite a bit, though, in Arizona. Special weather statements like that. Alrighty. So... again, our tornado warning storm expires. Oh my gosh. Okay. They reissued it. Oh, dude. This is not good. This is not good. This is not good. Holy crap. This is the strongest we've seen today, man. Alright. South side of Long Pine, we need you to shelter. South side of Bassett, we need you to shelter. Luckily, there are no towns included in this warning. It's really rural, but also that's bad because that means we're not going to know if this touches down or not, because there will likely not be a debris signature because of that, and also because of our distance from the radar site being pretty significant. So we're looking pretty high up into the atmosphere on the correlation coefficient. Again, if you're just not sitting in, we've been live for 100 minutes now, covering a historic severe weather outbreak here, mainly across Nebraska, and it's continuing with a very dangerous area of rotation and possible strong tornado heading eastward in north-central Nebraska. If you know anybody in this area, make sure to give them a call or text. This is south of Ainsworth. It's in north central Nebraska. This is for portions of east central Rock County, or sorry, west central Rock County and east central Brown County and north central Nebraska here. Right now it's in Brown County, but it'll be in Rock County within minutes. So again, it doesn't matter where you're at in this warning box. We need you to take shelter ASAP. Like, if you have an absolute emergency going on, then you have a few minutes if you're, along Highway 183 here. But if not, you just need to go now. Because if this actually, does produce a tornado, it's going to be able to throw debris miles ahead of the storm. And flying debris is actually the #1 way that people get hurt in tornadoes, in tornadic situations like this. So, alrighty. Severe warning up in Montana. Going to be in effect for 1 hour and 13 minutes. $half size tail there. Again, we are talking about severe weather from Arizona to Montana to Nebraska to New York. To Maine even. It's insane. All across the country today. Nationwide severe weather outbreak. Yeah, gate-to-gate shear with this is going to be really hard to measure, but I'll try to find the highest gust with this. 72, I'd say, against 83. It's about 155 mile an hour gate-to-gate shear. Now even higher, 85 against 76. So 161 or whatever. It's insane. Okay, here we go. $90 against 85. So again, this is about as dangerous of a situation as it gets here, guys. About 175 mile per hour gate-to-gate shear at the max. The minimum gate-to-gate shear would be about 160 right now, or 150. So, again, very dangerous situation here. Sorry about that. My brother's really obnoxious at the worst times. Again, if we have a tornado, it'll be located right in there, south of Long Pine. Again, right now in east central Brown County. Oh my gosh. And look at that. We have a wedge on the ground, according to Storm Chaser Connor Croft. Okay, we have a wedge tornado on the ground. This could go tornado emergency. We have a wedge tornado on the ground. Oh my gosh. And it's going to be rain wrapped. Okay, we have a wedge tornado on the ground apparently, and again, the only reason we don't see a debris signature is because there's nothing out here for it to pick up, which is good. That's a really good thing, but it also means the National Weather Service is probably not going to upgrade this warning unless Connor sends it in. Yeah, apparently there's a wedge. Again, this could go tornado emergency based on the velocities and the reflectivity, as well as a reliable storm chaser saying that this is a wedge. This could go tornado emergency. Holy crap. Again, there's your tornado. Very clearly there. Again, Connor needs to send this in. Somebody needs to report this to the National Weather Service right now. We have a wedge on the ground. Again, this may go tornado emergency. It seems like a super drastic jump, but whenever we have a wedge on the ground, that's what tornado emergencies are for. So, now it's not in a populated area, so they may just keep it at a PDS, but it's going to be something bad if the National Weather Service sees this. And again, see it or not, this is on the ground. So, again, 85 against 70, about 155 mile an hour gate-to-gate shear. Again, we have a wedge tornado on the ground, if you're just not tuning in. This is an extremely dangerous storm. A catastrophic wedge tornado that's rain-wrapped is on the ground now. Or a potentially catastrophic one, I should say. We don't know that. That it is catastrophic yet. Jeez, I cannot speak. But seriously, though, this is... you have to seek shelter. You just have to. Again, this is a deadly tornado if it's a wedge. Again, we're not singing debris signature because this is a rural area. But again, this may go tornado emergency. They're saying they see the right edge. Connor Croft has it. Again, this really needs to get upgraded. You know, at the very least, obviously, they should push this to observed, but again, this could be anywhere from observed to tornado emergency whenever the National Weather Service gets this report. Hopefully one of their spotters is out here or something. I don't have spotters turned on, but let's see here. How do we turn on the spotters? I don't know. Okay, it may have lifted. Looks to be a lot less impressive. Alrighty. Yeah, I'm going to put the title back down at tornado warning. That was really dire there for a second, though. Gosh, dude, everybody in the WX community is freaking out right now. They're like, tornado imminent, wedge tornado. Again, that was a wedge there for a second. I definitely believe that. I have not personally seen Connor's stream, but if he's saying it was on the ground, people are seeing it on his stream. If he was saying it was wedge, if the velocities look like that, if the reflectivity looked like that, I have no reason to believe that that wasn't a wedge that was on the ground there. We have a new severe warning for a lion, 70 mile an hour winds and quarter-sized tail there. And it looks like we had a brief wedge tornado, which I don't know if we've ever used those words in that order before, in that same sentence. A brief wedge tornado just touched down south of Ainsworth, Nebraska. Again, this is where I was like, okay, it may go Tori. Because that hook, jeez, man. Now it looks a lot less organized. May just be in a cycling phase, though. So again, everybody in this warning, we need you to be in your tornado safe spot. It's moving really slowly. It's moving off to the east at about 20 miles an hour, probably even slower now. But anyway, probably about 10 or 15 mile an hour, maybe even only 5. But we'll see. It's kind of stationary, honestly, at this point. Again, this is probably the most concerning scan that it was at. That was only one scan ago, so this is, I mean, it's weaker, but again, we still have to watch out for it. I guess it would have been like 3 scans ago, actually, but still. Okay. So back over to our destructive storm here. 80 mile an hour damaging wind gust, destructive wind gust heading for Bridgeport. Again, if you're in Bridgeport, I know we've had you down there in your shelter for a while, but now if you're not there, you really have to go. It doesn't matter what's going on. This is an incredibly dangerous storm here that, again, has a history of producing 100 mile an hour wind gusts, grapefruit-sized hail, and landspout tornadoes, strong landspout tornadoes. So, again, we need you to seek shelter. At this point, we're not going to be seeing stuff like that, so I don't want to freak you out or anything, but we're still going to be seeing 80 mile an hour winds and quarter-sized hail potentially in your area. So, yeah. Anyway. Gosh, dude, I could not believe today. Alrighty, everybody. So, again, we're continuing to cover this situation here. If you're not sitting in, we have a tornado warning for portions of north central Nebraska here. This is for portions of Rock and Brown counties. We need you guys to seek shelter immediately. This storm has a history of producing a wedge tornado, which, if you don't know, is the largest kind of tornado that there is. And again, that was, probably 10 minutes ago now, so still very dangerous storm here. It's had a history of being really strong, then dying, then cycling again, so we need to watch this, even though it's died out a little bit. I mean, it's died out quite a bit. There's no longer a wedge tornado if there ever was one, but still. We have the flash flood warning extended, by the way, out towards Hemingford. One thing to note, though, is that the difference between the Scottsbluff flash flood warning and the Hemingford flash flood warning is the Scottsbluff one is confirmed. But anyway, let's see here.
As soon as this thing lined out, it really started tanking out.
Look at that tree. This tree's here. Really, actually, it's not from this. Never mind. That was not from this. This is kind of a weak line of storms, honestly. There's no way it's still producing 80 mile an hour winds. That scared me, though. Sorry, guys. Probably scared you, too. Alrighty, so can't tell at this point. I'm a little worn out, a little stressed out. Again, if you're just not tuning in, we've been live for almost 2 hours now, covering severe weather, a historic severe weather outbreak here across parts of the Central Plains. As we've had, tornadoes, destructive winds, very large hail. So, alrighty. Okay, jeez, man, I am legitimately shocked at how overperforming today's event has been. For a second, I thought that Connor Groff had changed his icon and he had like blonde hair because his the lightning strike was right there. Oh my gosh. Oh, great. I thought this was going to happen too. I looked at the past scan and it strengthened up again. We got ourselves really strong rotation again. It recycled once more. Alrighty. So again, this line of storms is definitely not still producing 80-mile-an-hour winds. They should really downgrade it. But it still is probably producing 50 to 60, maybe up to 70 at isolated occurrences. So we'll see what they say about this. In fact, actually, it looks like the warning they've issued ahead of it is for 70. So they've kind of already said that it's down to 70 at this point. Look at this. It's really ominous to see this, but these storms have a history of producing widespread wind damage. It's never the tag you want to see on a storm that's coming for you. But again, I promise you guys, it is weaker at this point. Still dangerous, a little dangerous out there, but much weaker. So that's good news. That's the good side. Alrighty. Okay. Not a debris signature. I keep having to check because these keep popping up. These contamination bubbles keep popping up at the same time that the rotation cycles up again, re-strengthens. So it's always a little ominous, a little eerie. But yeah, not a debris signature. But again, we need you guys to be in your safe spot, as this incredibly strong storm is trying to produce a tornado again. There's your hook echo there. Inflow poking into the storm. We're going to see this hook, though, get way bigger, obviously, over the next few scans, if this is rotating as much as I think that it is. Because, again, these have been dying and coming back up over, the span of minutes. And whenever they come back up fast and even stronger than before. So, a little worried if that's the pattern that we're going to see this time, if that's what's going to happen. Again, I'm a little worried about what we're going to see, because we've already seen this produce a wedge tornado. So if it gets stronger than it was last time, this is going to be really bad. Again, the silver lining here, the saving grace, is that this is in the most rural area you could possibly imagine. We're up in the hills of the plains here. Those two words don't really make sense together, but we're up in the hills here where there are no houses. Like, not only is there no towns, but there are no houses out here, guys. Other than on the south side of Long Pine, I challenge you guys to find houses included in this tornado warning, because I don't see any. Other than on the southwest side of Bassett, yes. But, seriously. Alrighty. Great, my alerts are broken. I didn't get an alert for this severe warning, that's all I can tell. Okay, we're gonna... My gosh, my voice keeps cracking. I don't know why. But we're gonna watch this next velocity scan. That I don't think that's a debris signature, but you never know. That it is heading... The rotation is heading in that direction, which is why I'm worried. So, let's see here. Could have ourselves another tornado on the ground. I don't know, like, what there is to pick up out here, though. Like, there's no houses. It's not just like there's, you know, little farmsteads out here. There's actually no houses. Actually, I have to eat my words. There's 2 right there. But still, I don't think 2 houses could pick up that much debris. Or you could pick up that much debris from that. Maybe, though. We'll see. Okay, there it is. What? Oh. Now it's gone. Okay. Guess it's not a tornado. They updated the CC really fast. Alrighty, then. Actually, though, 552. Nah, okay. So again, if we do have a tornado on the ground, it'll be located right in there, and it'll be decently strong, most likely, here. Give me just a second here. See how long. We've been live for over 2 hours now. Jeez. On a slight risk day. I mean, technically we did that yesterday too, but that was a tropical storm, okay? So, again, if you're not sitting in, we have a possible tornado on the ground here. South of Long Pine, Nebraska. We have a very strong area of circulation with this severe thunderstorm here, so we may have ourselves a tornado on the ground. So we got to continue to watch this over the next several minutes as this continues to head eastward. Again, we've been live for over 2 hours now, covering this historic severe weather outbreak here. But yeah, we're going to keep going here as long as necessary. Again, we still have ourselves a destructive severe thunderstorm running as well. That's going to expire in 5 minutes, though. Did it go observed? It did. Alright, we got a tornado on the ground, everybody. Okay, so we have a confirmed tornado on the ground in Nebraska. Just a second, I got to update the stream title here. So, again, we have ourselves a tornado on the ground in Nebraska. This is south of the town of Long Pine. We need you guys to seek shelter immediately if you're included in this tornado warning. If you're to the east of South Pine Avenue, we need you to stay in your safe spot. If you're to the west of there, you're good at this point. Alright, but if you're to the east of there, like along Highway 183, you need to seek shelter in between Bassett and Rose there. Not quite as far south as Rose, but there's no towns out here that I could have mentioned. But yeah. So, again, this is a tornado on the ground now. Well, on the newest velocity scan, though, it doesn't look impressive. See, it keeps popping up and dying so fast. But again, it is weather spotters confirmed, so we'll keep an eye on this, as again, this is probably still a tornado on the ground. It may just be roping out. It may have been very brief, but we'll see. It could still be on the ground, and maybe strong. Maybe this is just a bad velocity scan for it. We don't know, so. Yep, but anyway, again, this storm's at least its second tornado that it's produced. Again, what might had been the first one was a wedge. I'm not sure if that was the first or not. That was the only first confirmed one that we had, though, anyway, at this point. So we'll see. Again, there's your tornado. It's going to be heading east. It's going to be crossing over Highway 183 over the next several minutes. This is moving off to the east here at 10 miles per hour. Very slow mover, say that much. So let's kind of drag this out and kind of talk about some of the areas that, even though it's going to be really far out, some of the areas that could be impacted by this, right? So, are there even any in this entire cone? There's not. That's really funny. That's so funny. There's literally nothing out here. This is like the most rural spot in the entire country. So, again, there's your report of the tornado there. So not only did a spotter report this, but this was also reported by the fire department here. So a tornado confirmed on the ground by fire chief and was reported as rain-wrapped 8 miles south of Long Pine. So again, this is a confirmed tornado by multiple sources now. Again, these are so rain-wrapped, so we're not going to know if it touches back down or something, most likely the next time, if it's already lifted. Our destructive severe warning expires in 2 minutes, so after that, the only thing we'll be left to worry about is our tornado warning here. Not to say that these storms aren't still dangerous, but they're not nearly as bad as our tornado warning, or as bad as these even were earlier. Vince Welty's ended his stream here. He's in Scottsbluff. But and people in Scottsbluff need help right now. Again, last check, there were about 5,000 customers in Scottsbluff County without power. It's down to 3,000, but still, people need help out there. Yep. We saw the fire department report. We also know that a weather spotter also confirmed this tornado, so there's no doubt at this point that this is a rain-wrapped tornado on the ground, or at least it was as of several minutes ago. Rotation's less impressive, but it could still be on the ground. Holy cow, dude. Amazing video from Livestorms Media of the landspout that we had earlier near Yoder, Wyoming. Yoder, Wyoming, however you pronounce that. I think it's Yoder, but yeah. Incredible video there. As Livestorms Media always has insane videos of literally every storm ever. Every one that mattered, anyway. Every historic storm. Alrighty. So again, your rotation's going to be located right in here now. It keeps doing this handoff, or it pushes it a little further to the east every time, but again, still just out here in the middle of Nowhereville. And the funny thing is, I'm not offending anybody by saying that, because there is nobody out here. Oh, never mind. Small drive here of some houses, it looks like. A little circle driveway, whatever those are called. I can't think of the word right now, but yeah. You get what I mean. Alrighty, so if you're just not tuning in, we do have a tornado on the ground south of Long Pine, Nebraska. This tornado is going to be crossing over Highway 183 over the next several minutes. This is a weather spotters and fire department confirmed tornado on the ground. Again, you need to seek shelter immediately. If you are in East Central Brown County or West Central Rock County, actually Brown County at this point is fine. It's mainly the small section here of West Central Rock County included in this warning that we're concerned about. And again, that needs to seek shelter. Again, areas to the south of Bassett along Highway 183 here. Yeah, and there we go. It's trying to cycle back up again, I can already tell. Okie dokie. Okie dokie, artichokey. Our destructive severe warning is now expired. No need to take shelter out there anymore. Again, the only reason we're really still here live is because of this ongoing tornado. Just cannot believe everything that's happening right now. Alrighty-roo. And we've been live for almost 2.5 hours now, I want to say. Covering this severe weather outbreak, this surprise historic severe weather outbreak here. Thank you to the almost 200 people that have tuned into this stream and the 15 hours of watch time that it has. That's insane. You guys are amazing. Alrighty. So again, we're going to continue to watch this storm here as it actively is producing a tornado. And if you count land spouts, we've had 3 tornadoes today. We've had the 2 that this storm produced, and then at least 1 confirmed land spout here in southeastern Wyoming. But even without the land spout, we'd still have had 2 tornadoes today. So we're, either halfway or the third of a way to a tornado outbreak with this event here, which hopefully we don't get there. Let's hope that that doesn't happen, but we'll see. I don't think it's going to happen, luckily. I think, I know that this cell is really overperformed, and all these have, but I think this is going to start to fizzle out soon, luckily. Connor Croft has not turned on his stream on Raider Omega. That's why you can't see it, but if you look him up on YouTube, you can find him, so. Alright guys, we're going to have to end off the live stream here. Thank you all for tuning in. Yeah, I don't want to end, but unfortunately I have to. So again, thank you all for tuning in. We will be live later if necessary. But this has been historic severe weather outbreak coverage of June 20th, 2024.